All right. Hello, everyone. Okay. Now, I wasn't thinking of going live today, but I'm getting some nasty comments here. I thought I was going to do that one video, particularly about the walk-ins. And so far, oh, well, we'll get some people here. Let me get, hold on before I start anything. Get my thing up here so I can see what's going on. Da 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 da. Turn that on here. Make sure I'm monetized. All right, here we go. All right, I can see everything that's going on here. Chat and all and everything. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my live video for right now. More of a rant, most likely, but again, this is ridiculous crap. Let's see the comments here. Bring my comments on my side here so I can respond to you guys who's commenting. All right, here we go. Bring this over here. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Oh, okay. Jax Turner. Have these people provide you any proof that I have not taken my cats to the vet? They haven't. So they're taking their word for it completely. All the way. And again, what's the reason? And another reason, what is the point of taking a cat to a vet if there's nothing wrong with them? You're spending you're spending about $40 to $50 for a checkup every time. And I only recommend once a year for a cat, once a year for an animal checkup. Not every day, not every month. If you don't believe me, don't call a veterinarian, ask us the recommendation. You don't have to take my word for it. Take a veterinarian's word for it. So, but again, none of these people provided proof to you. You're taking their word for, I haven't taken my cats to the vet. First off, one of my cats been neutered, so they've been to a vet. So, that's kind of funny there. Timmy, remember the one that was stolen? Been to vet multiple times. One for to be neutered, one for to be microchipped, one for to prove that he was completely healthy and had a letter written that he was healthy as can be. Putting all that money into a cat, which there was nothing wrong with him. Besides what's worth doing the microchip and stuff, you know? And like Bonkers, another cat that was stolen from me. After all this stuff was done. So basically, what it sounds like, you want to know if these cats are completely healthy, and make sure when you come and get them to the person who may be watching this still, who've been watching my YouTube film since then, whoever stole my cats because they think I wasn't taking care of my cats whatsoever. Whatever, you know. You know, a cat's lifespan can last up to 20 years or more, depending. Mostly 20 years. That's if average. You know, that's how long basically a cat's lifespan usually is. So I had a cat that lived for 18 years. Had her since she was a baby. Everything. No vet care. Until the day she got very ill and sick. And let me correct that. She did get that care, but I did have her spaded. So, because she was getting up in her years. That was when I was starting to breed and sell kittens many years ago. So she was getting up in her years. It was time to stop her breeding. So, yeah, it was time to retire. That was it. Done. And then she had a perfectly healthy life up to the day I had to put her down. She lived 18 years. So, yeah. Again, none of these people are providing proof to you that I haven't taken my cats to the vet. Apparently, I have. So, I've been providing proof of a lot of things. They haven't. You're taking their word for it. So, you might want to cut your bullshit, Jax Turner. If you don't know anything what's going on and what's going on about my life. And it's none of anybody's business anyways. As like when the first time they called Animal Control on me, there were so many stupid made up false reports. One was basically saying that I was selling kittens with feline AIDS, which I've proven was a lie. So, no cats were being sold with feline AIDS whatsoever. And there were some other reports too. I don't remember all off to my head. This was like almost like 5 years ago before the pandemic. This was basically the start of the pandemic. People are making false reports, and they didn't like what the outcome came of that. So, to whoever did it, stole 3 of my cats, thinking I was abusive owner, didn't care for my cats whatsoever. So they committed a crime, which I went to the police and Animal Control about this. They wouldn't do nothing. But again, they're so concerned of my cat's health and well-being, they want to come and talk to me about it and deal with it. But they weren't concerned after they were stolen. Come on, put this together here. Why we were so concerned of my cat's health and well-being, but again, when they came and got stolen, nothing was done. No investigation, no nothing. They didn't even care. The basis of all Animal Control is for Karens to call and make complaints, and they make them feel better. And again, it's none of anybody's business how I take care of my cats, and what I do with my cats, and they're not being hurt and being well taken care of. And see, before Timmy was taken, I had him since he was a baby, kitten. I rescued, actually. He was a rescue by me. Because the person who had him, plus with mother of 4 kittens, was left in a tote on a porch in the middle of fall, cold weather, because they were evicted from their apartment. 4 of those babies, plus mama, were left in a tote. Middle of cold weather. Before winter hits. This will be in the middle of October. And so I decided to keep one of the kittens. And the rest got homed. And mother, plus mother. I wish I kept her. I kind of regret that. Because she had been a great cat. She was a wonderful, and she was a Maine Coon. I so regretted that. I wish I never gave her up. But unfortunately, at that time, that was before a lot of things I was dealing with, going between homes and places and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I saved those 4 of those kittens, rescued them, took care, kept one of them out of the group. Timmy was the one I kept. I called him Timmy is due because, basically, he was very timid. He would like run off and hide and so on again, and so that's the reason I called him Timmy. So he was a timid cat. That's all YouTube in my spare time. So yeah, this is so ridiculous. And it's like, again, when they were stolen, nothing was. I tried to get an investigation because they could go back on the people that made those reports, and it might have found out who did it. But again, that was there. Everything was at their disposal to figure out who took my cats. It was there. They could have made it find out. Maybe not. But again, they could have gone and investigate the people who made those reports and they might have been one of them who took my cats. And everybody remember, I plastered my van with lost posters and everything on my van about my cats. If anybody remembered that, I plastered that van. And I drove a lot of places and searched for their asses. Everywhere. The one time Timmy got taken the first time, they dumped him off a mile away. That's all they did. They weren't planning to take care of him. They dumped him. He didn't walk there on his own. It was impossible to get there on his own. There was no way where I found him at. There was no. Then that's when I got a microchip, which that was completely useless. It's basically glorified dog tag. There's no GPS on those things. Those never have GPS because they have to have a battery electrical charge. And in order to get that found, it's unless they were taken to a vet or a shelter and have been scanned. That's how they find them. Which, it's been like almost 5 years now, and nothing has came up with his microchip. So, one thing they're telling me, he is not alive. He's dead. He would have been probably alive today and probably up in his senior years. When he was taken, he was at least 7 and going on 8 years old. He was 7 going on 8. He was well taken care of, well healthy. And again, I've proven by veterinarian letters that I had stated he was a healthy cat. Even Bonkers. This is so ridiculous. And again, you're taking people's word for everything what they're telling you. Oh, he doesn't take his cats to the vet when he needed or help it or anything like that. Yes, I have. Before the pandemic, it was very easy to get a cat into a vet here in Jackson. Very easy. I can go down to Dr. Gade's and do a walk-in. Not a problem. That was before the pandemic hit. That's when I was able to get Timmy and Bonkers tested and evaluated, and it was just a walk-in. But after the pandemic, that's changed. There are no longer separate walk-ins whatsoever. It's by appointment only. And then in my last video, as you've seen, that's proof of it. I have provided you guys with proof of everything. Have they provided you proof? No. They haven't provided you proof. You're taking a word of a Karen. And it's ridiculous. I don't see what the heck. You're taking a word over of a Karen over mine. And I have provided proof to you guys. Provided proof these cats have been to a vet and have been evaluated. Especially I had to prove Timmy didn't have, not Timmy, but Bonkers. Because he was my oldest. Very oldest. Because he was, that's one of Callie's babies. The one I was talking about, it lived up to 18 years. I kept. And one was missing an eye. That's the one that was missing an eye. And that was all evaluated. Everything was fine with him. Even with missing his eye. So, what happened with Bonkers, what happened with his missing eye, let me tell you a story of that one. Exactly what happened. That was during the time beginning when I was breeding and selling kittens. At the beginning. And I was still kind of new at the situation with that whole situation. But then he stuck around for a while. I mean, I kept him. I was like, I was going to keep him or something. So he got outside, disappeared. I went looking for him everywhere. Couldn't find him. About a month later, he was found by a friend of mine. And he had both his eyes before he came up missing. So unfortunately, he lost one of his eyes when he was outside. Must have gotten in a cat fight with another cat. Unfortunately, it's probably what happened. So I had him checked out. Everything was good. And I said, I have taken my cats to the vet. Again, proven. So again, calling animal control on me, especially with the first one. The officer didn't know what the hell he was doing. Didn't know the laws. Didn't know anything. He thought cats had to be rabies shots. They thought it was required. No, they don't. Dogs only. That's why they have dog tags. Dogs have dog tags. They have not just the proof of who owns it and registered, and you got to show rabies. So they don't have a law for cats for dog tags and registration approve of rabies. You go look at the book online on their site, Animal Control, or Jackson's codes and stuff like that. Jackson City Code. It will state it right there. You have to read the definitions for each code enforcement they had in that book. I had gone through that like 5 years ago with you guys when I first time called me. I was going for what they were trying to find whatever they're going to try and get me for. So yeah, which everything was dropped, nothing was proven. And I figured like again, never let them come in your house because they're not technically not there to help you or the animal itself. Let's see, Jack Turner. Taking a cat to the vet when it's healthy is irrelevant. Having the means to get it, the vet is necessary, is an issue. Okay, I have proven I took well, again, I can't take a kitten or a cat today into a vet right now. If something was wrong with them today, right now, I can't get them into a vet. And again, I can provide more proof of that, which I said, the one Dr. Gates is not taking any more walk-ins. As I said, and it's by appointment only. And it got scheduled to the end of the month. By that time, it's one of two. They get through the problem they're having, or they die. It's too late. And the other veterinarians in town, it's about the same, or they don't accept new clients. New clients. Hence, new clients. They do not accept new clients. Same thing if I was a client. Scheduled out to end of October. Too late before it needed help. That's more than my shirt. Okay, what, you're going to keep on coming with the shortcoming bullshit now? Really? What? You don't want to accept the truth. In fact, again, you're a Karen. You're just as much as a Karen. I bet your life is not perfect. Again, it's not necessary to do, and it's not by law. You don't have to do that. Again, if you want, I'm talking about if you get a litter of 8. It's not, and it don't go by litter of kittens. This is per kitten. It's per visit. It's $40 to $50 per kitten, not a litter per kitten. Add that up. If you got a litter of 8, times that by $40 to $50 times that by 8. Are you going to pay that much? No, you're not. I guarantee it. And people are griping how much I sell my kittens for, $40. Now, if I did all that, okay? I did all that. Take the cats to the vet, get all that. You think I'm just going to charge $40 per kitten? Hell no! I'm going to charge for all the extra stuff I have done to them. Vaccinations, vet checkups, they're all going to be charged that fee on top of that. You can do that yourself. You shouldn't be allowed to be alive. Let's put it this way. Goodbye, Karen. I'm done. Permanent ban. Wait, wrong one. Sorry. Let me unhide you. Wrong person. Bye-bye helping hermit, Ashley. I was wrong. I thought it was Jackson Turner. You're on hidden, just to let you know. I don't want to deal. Again, you push when you make shit. Say shit. I shouldn't own cats. So what decision? What person can judge a person that not own cats? You don't know a damn thing about me. Not my personal life. They're well taken care of. Boy, that could have been. Never mind. That could. Let me correct that. That could be. Rubber Wilbur. Let me find that out. I think that may have been Rubber Wilbur. I'm gonna give you a call, Rubber Wilbur, if that's you. Anyway, I've been on my channel for a long time. Anyways, so I'm thinking it was you. The way you say baby dinosaur. I didn't think, right now I'm just a little pissed off.
What other human being would call you a baby dinosaur?
I didn't, I'm pissed off. I didn't realize it was you.
That's alright.
Huh? Oh, you don't. I'm tired. I'll call you back in a minute here. You hear me? I gotta restart my phone. I've been having a problem with my service provider. For some reason, I've been issues with staying connected. And the only time I fix that is restart my phone. I've been having problems with it ever since I got this new phone. I knew it was him, but you're unblocked. I unblocked you. Takes a moment to restart my phone. So. Then unfortunately, it's the kitten. I got the kitten into the online veterinarian. Unfortunately, the meds are not. I have to order the meds, and the meds are not here yet. So yeah. So unfortunately, the kitten has took a turn for the worse. I don't think she's gonna make it. Unfortunately, that's another thing I'm really upset about today. Also, I woke up. She was like, I think something happened in her head. Whatever happened, it's neurological because she's not able to walk straight anymore or even stand. So that's why I have my cat Zeus. But again, he was misdiagnosed. The kitten Zeus. 2 also. When I was able to take him in at the time, it was during somewhat the pandemic. It was before they decided to do walk-ins only. They were in that process of decision. It's hard to get a veterinarian in Jackson. Again, everybody does not have a car to their disposal. Still starting. Or a friend or family that get them around in town. So if I had my own car, I would personally took her straight to a vet in Ann Arbor. The one I've done before in the past. I would took her directly there. Oh, somebody brought up, oh, why don't you bring up Uber? Or take Uber. From Jackson to Ann Arbor, that's about a 40-minute drive. Why don't you go check that out on Uber and see how much that costs? And would you pay? And that's one trip there and one trip back. That's about over $100. I checked the fee on that. That's about $100. That's about $100 there and back. So tell me if you're going to pay that much. I'd like to know if anybody will pay that much for an Uber. I don't think they will. Man, my phone's working again. Yay. Now it's on the comments on Facebook. So I made that comment on Facebook. An ignorant comment. Yeah, I'd like to see anybody pay that much for an Uber. Which I can get a limousine probably cheaper. Because they only charge, well, I don't know what the fees now today. Back then, a long time ago, it's only $50 for an hour for a limo. Yeah, that was it back in the day. If you get a limousine. That's how much it used to cost. Probably gone up more since then. All right, calling you again, Rubber Ruler. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Again, I think it wouldn't matter if I got the meds on time or not, because she took a turn for the worse. I don't think she's not gonna make it.
Scott's list. You know what Scott's list is?
Trust me, I wanted to do something like that myself. Scott's list. I had thought of that.
It's like Schindler's List. That cat's worth $100. It don't matter if you have to. Sell
Again, it probably won't make it. It would probably. I think something else is wrong. So, unfortunately.
You don't count it out for now. Network 126 cats now that he's gone. Missy Poo's gone. Your cat can make it.
Not now. I'm telling you, it's a neurological problem right now going on with her.
Can you do like a 360 video of her right now live? Like parade her around the camera, like a 360 angle.
Right now, she's put in the kennel right now because she's basically, I don't know if she's alive or dead right now. I haven't checked her for the last half hour.
This is life or death. And then put like her heart next to the microphone. Let's make
Bye
sure.
bye, Jax Turner. You're being shut. I'm not gonna deal with Karen bullshit.
Who's being Karen?
Jax Turner.
Oh, Jax Turner's been a long time subscriber.
Yeah, yes. I'm tired of it.
Well, don't ban him. Just time him out.
No, I'm bad. It's like I'm just tired of it. I'm not.
He's reformable. Don't forget what's his face on Fortnite. He was reformable. Jay was reformable.
No, it's not. He had made some horrible comments in the past. I remember. I don't remember. I do remember he made some horrible comments in the past, and it's ignorant comments. Again, you got to consider what farmers do, right? You know, farmers do practically the same thing with their animals.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Huh? Oh, don't know. Tomorrow maybe? Next day? Who knows? They got a text last night. It was too late when I got it. I saw the text. My shipping address was messed up. And
Oh, man.
yes, somehow they got the wrong zip code. I don't know how. So they thought that was in New Jersey, but they're doing a 1 day ship. They told me so. I might get it tomorrow. Who knows? Or the next day. But it's too late now. But I can at least treat the other kittens though. It's too late for her.
That's good.
Yeah, she's in a cage right now. I said I'll bring her right now. Check her out. See what's going on. If she's still alive.
She got plenty of water.
She can't stand enough to get to a food dish.
Well, do you have an eyedropper?
She's to the point where she won't even do that.
Well, you need to try. You can give that pussy some water. You can do it, Scott.
Yeah, she's in here.
Bring her up to the camera.
Oh, she's dead. Yep. I knew it.
Your screen just did a thumbs up. You said that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, perfect timing, right?
Right. So yeah,
I'm sorry, Scott.
yeah, she's dead.
That was.
And I did try contacting Animal Control, telling them what was going on, and I didn't get a reply because he told me to get and tell him to keep him updated. So,
Yeah.
so again, the point is, it's like I've been telling everybody, they care so much about the cat's well-being and health, but when it came to my 3 cats that got stolen, they didn't care.
Well, they thought they were going to a better home.
No, I doubt it 100%. I said the first time Timmy got stolen, he was dumped. He was dumped in the middle of nowhere. And that's bullshit. So they didn't care. It's more just because I was making money. Because I'm on Social Security.
You know what you ought to do? You ought to put it on box.
No, I'm not going to do that. That'd be totally wrong. Yeah, no, I'd be wrong. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to take care of the kitten, have him buried. That's what I'm going to have to do. So, I don't know yet. I have to figure that out. So, I'm just going to have to wrap her up and put her somewhere for now.
Won't you give her back? What do you mean? You want to bring your
No, I might keep it outside maybe or something.
How
Because,
about the freezer?
no, I wouldn't do that. Hell no.
You can like take it to and like throw it over.
No.
But you should name it though. It didn't even have a name.
I don't know. It's unfortunately, I knew after I saw her this morning when I woke up, I knew that was it. I knew it. It's too, and I said we have a problem with veterinarian clinics in town here, and I have no transportation to get anywhere else.
Well, how many was in that litter? How many cats?
5 total.
5 total.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
At least they're gonna get treated. They're up in weight. They're pretty big. They're pretty good size, and everything else. So
they'll make it.
yeah, they'll be all right. I'll start treating them on the medication when it comes in. So unfortunately, that'll probably be a couple of weeks before I even try able to sell them. So, but they're still small. So that's a plus. But again, it's going to be a strain on everything else: a cat litter, food. So yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And again, it's like farmers do the exact same thing. The farmers do the exact same thing with their animals. And people don't realize this. And they're so used to the city life. They never grew up on a farm, which I have grew up on. I was not grew up on it, but I lived on a farm for a period of time. So I know how things worked a little bit on a farm. It's ridiculous. And everybody never question, hey, where does your chicken McNuggets come from? Or your hamburgers? Or your steaks? Your eggs for breakfast?
I'm going to listen online.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, all right. Bye.
Sorry about your cat.
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yep. She didn't make it. Unfortunately. I knew it was going to happen today. So, unfortunately. So. Again, farmers have to deal with the same situation also. They have to deal with their livestock. Not all their animals make it neither. All the time. There might be something happen. Don't forget where your bacon, your pork chops, everything, your ham comes from. They're doing the exact same thing with their animals like I'm doing. Doing it for money. Exactly for money. Okay, Money Mike. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on for exactly. I've already been on here for 34 minutes. That's about it. So I don't know. Unfortunately, it's a sad thing. She passed away. I knew it was going to happen. And I did try to get her to the vet. As I said, it's a problem in Jackson right now. As I said, they won't accept new clients. Nobody won't accept new clients here, or the appointments are out to October, end of October. Which, guess what? We're not at October, and we have a dead kitten. It's a little too late. Little too late now. I wish that we could make this aware to a lot of people around town here. And I said, no, everybody doesn't have a vehicle or the means of transportation to get to a vet outside of Jackson. Not everybody. Pretty much. If you have a car, yes. I said, if I had my own vehicle, I've been driving that kitten outside of town. I would be right there, going to a vet right there in Ann Arbor. Right there. I would take it would have took her to her right there. It's not like money. It didn't have the money. The problem, I have to take her to the vet. I didn't get the meds. I had all that and was ready. And it wasn't lent to me at all. It was earned. I earned that money. And that's one reason why, it's one big reason why some of the money I get, like from selling the kittens or computer repair, stuff like that, because that didn't come out of my Social Security money. That came out of money I earned. Money I earned in my own pocket. Yeah, so I would have took her to the vet in town here. And again, after I got the prescription from the online veterinarian, that was another problem. I called almost every pharmacist in Jackson here. They couldn't fill it. Yeah, they wouldn't fill it. They couldn't do it. So I had to order it. And it's still not here. That's when I ordered it like 2 days ago. So I would have started treatment then. And it probably wouldn't matter, as I said. Because whatever happened, it was quick. Unfortunately, it took her life. It's sad. As I said, it's very sad. And I guarantee right now, somebody's calling animal control on me right now because of the dead kitten. Trust me, I already tried contacting before she died. When she took a turn for the worst, I did try contacting the animal control, the guy who came here that day, and no reply. Told him what's going on. Again, does it seem like it's a matter of priority for these people? Nothing against them. I said they're just it's a phone call for Karens. That's what it's about. It's a call for Karens to get people and try to get them in trouble. And it's basically what the thing is. To get through that, keep your mouth shut. Don't say shit. No. Don't let them in your house. You gotta have a warrant. So yeah. Yeah. It's sad. Again, as I said, when my cats were stolen, they didn't do a damn thing whatsoever. Again, who knows who took them? What they're going to do with them? If they were any better than me, if they think they are. I said, I had cats live for a long life. I said, Timmy was going on 8 years old. Bonkers, probably 10. Having since they were babies. Doing just great and healthy. Yeah, pretty much. That's true, mate. It's upsetting. I'm pissed off. And people are unaware what's going on in Jackson here. And I know they're private businesses. They're private businesses. Of course, they can do whatever they want in how to run their business. That's being a private business. So they can run it the way ever they want to. So they don't have to accept you, bring you into to care for you. They can deny you services. They can do all that stuff. So yeah, they can make every rules they want and how they want to see you. So as I said, ever since the pandemic, ever since the pandemic, it's been hard to get a veterinarian here in Jackson. So that's why I resorted to the online vet. Still didn't matter. I had to wait for them, and I'm still waiting for the meds. I'm sorry. I don't think it would. I think it would have made a difference at this point now, because she was looking good yesterday, and she was already looking better. She was more active. As you can see, she was on my shoulder. Everything else, her eyes were dried up, no gunk. I thought she was getting better. Apparently not. I guess it was the calm before the storm. Apparently. So, and I even told the officer I was willing to surrender her right there. Also, if it came down to it. He didn't take her. So, they probably would have euthanized her anyways, most likely. They probably would have, if it came down to it. See, that's one thing. That's why I still have kittens right now at this point. It's like, I'm not going to turn them into the pound or the shelter or anything like that. But it came to a point where I can't be on my point of taking care of them. Like, if they got sick, I think at this point it would have been just probably antibiotics would take care of the problem. Probably been it. But again, it's a little too late. Of course, I said it went pretty fast. It hit her really fast. It wasn't like over a week period of time. It was boom. That's what happened. So the other ones are very healthy. They're doing good. The other 4. So, other than the upper respiratory problem right now, that's about it. That's all I'm waiting for is the antibiotic. I'll start treatment. So they're not to that point where she was. So, not every cat can get saved or every kitten. Everybody thinks that's like. I remember one time when I was way before the pandemic. I was at Gabe's office taking my cat to the vet. I sat there waiting for my turn, and I saw a lady right there sitting on the middle of the floor with a litter of kittens. A litter of kittens. And she was asking for help. And she couldn't afford it. They turned her away. I was just sitting there and I saw that. I was like, wow. They turned her away. And she had and again, I think what happened was the mom was dead or something. And she couldn't do all the other stuff, like bottle feeder thing. I think that was what it was. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that lady with her kittens. I don't know. Who knows? I'm hoping she did get the help with them. I did not know. As I sat in there in that lobby waiting to get my turn for help for a cat. So, nobody helped her. So, I don't know. I'm not the only one in town in Jackson. I understand people why they don't want to come forward, because like what I'm going through right now with people wants to call animal control on them and try to get them in trouble, try to be a Karen, try to get in their business. I completely understand that why they don't want to. Again, you're just making things worse by doing that. You're scaring people from getting the help they need. You're not helping. You're doing the total opposite. Again, whatever you think and whatever you think it's right, but I don't get it. So, and why you want to be your business? Why don't you step up and try to help somebody? If you knew somebody, anybody, step in. Try to get them help instead of calling law enforcement on them and actually do something. I don't see you doing that. You said you want to get this person in trouble and whatever. And you scare them out from any other help, which and I'm considering that myself because not doing that anymore myself because to this point. It is why I don't try to, it's like a lot of times I don't say certain things anymore. So, yeah. That's basically about it. You want to assume the worst from everybody and their intent. So, whatever. And again, I have proof. I have the online bet, paid for it. $66 down the drain, just went down the drain with this kid that passed away. It probably would have been the same if I took her to a vet near in locally. It probably would have been the same results. And I probably would start treatment. Again, this was progressive, wherever it was, and fast. So, unfortunately, she passed away. Yeah. It's very sad. So I probably wouldn't have mattered. I don't know. But at least I tried. So, again, it's like people are saying, why you keep on, why do you want to keep reading? Again, it's not going to stop me. Again, it's part of life. Get over it. You know, that's how I make a little extra cash. It's maybe selfishness to you, but whatever it is. Again, you have to look at a farmer's point of view of this also, too. They go through the same shit. They sell their animals. They get butchered. Try working in a slaughterhouse. I bet you can't. See, you know, going to a slaughter place. Work for them. Yeah, I can't remember. It was Bob Evans. There was a slaughter place in Jonesville. I think it's called Bob. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was Bob Evans. I think it was what it was. Yeah, Bob Evans had the slaughterhouse. I don't even remember what it was. It's a slaughterhouse in Jonesville or Hillsdale area. A friend of mine got a job there. I was like, I told him, you gotta have the mentality to really work in that place. You gotta have that mentality. It all depends on your mentality of life. It's like especially when you go hunting for a deer. You gotta kill an animal, regardless. Because you want that deer, you want its meat, you want to eat that food. You want that pleasure, that kill. It's the mentality of that person you have to deal with. And you gotta know, you gotta have that mentality. You gotta have it. And again, when I was growing up with my grandfather in Alabama, he's a hunter. He had dogs and everything. He was a big hunter. And I decided one day I want to go with him. Try it out. You know, give it a shot. Go hunting with my grandfather. Again, you got to have that mentality. You're going to kill something with a gun or a bow and arrow, whatever choice of you want to use to go hunting. I went hunting. We managed to get a couple of rabbits. We were rabbit hunting naturally. We got a couple of rabbits, and we got a couple of rabbits. We took them home. I watched them skin it. Everything. I watched that whole process. Then when it came down to eating it, that thought was going through my head. And decided, nope, wasn't for me. So, never became a hunter. Again, you gotta look at people's mentality and how they deal with this. Some people don't have the stomach to deal with it. Again, you gotta look at the farmer's point of view also. That's money in their pocket, and they know where that animal is going to a slaughterhouse, most likely, not to be sold as a pet. A cow. The only thing that'd be the best unless you're a cow that produces milk. So that's about it. But other than that, it'd be the next steak or the next pork chop. So, you gotta really think where your food comes from. Why don't you go to the supermarket? Think that in your head. You really think. And you don't want to because you know where it's coming from. It's just that thought in your head. Unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan, whatever you want to be. So, no problem being that. At all. I have no problem with you guys being that way. You're great. That's wonderful. Cool. But again, there's people out there actually eat meat. And they don't think about where it comes from. You're buying it from a supermarket. You don't see the process. You don't go think that second thought in your head whatsoever where that stuff comes from. I know where it comes from. So I know exactly where it comes from. But again, I still eat it. So, again, going through the process of it, like watching the actual skinning and all that stuff, yeah, that changed my mind. After eating, I'd never had rabbit since. So, that was it. So, yeah. I'm not was entire all city boy all my life. I had a little times I lived on a farm. So they were in Alabama, Double Springs, Alabama, in the middle of the sticks. Nowhere. But again, all I had to do was hike, ride my bicycle, go through the woods, stuff like that. That's basically all I had. No, maybe had a Nintendo at the time, but again, that became boring. I loved hiking more than the Nintendo. Well, I wonder, how is that possible? You're overweight and fat. Oh, yeah, it's another ignorant thing everybody likes to bring up. Because the reason why I'm fat and big is not because of overeating. It's because of a pituitary tumor that I have on my pituitary gland that deals with all your certain stuff. It depends on the type of tumor you have on there. I have the one that causes weight gain. So, yeah. That's the problem I have. It's not because of overeating. I might have one meal once a day. One meal. I don't eat very much sometimes. I don't eat at all. Almost at all. There's times I haven't done. Sometimes I'm going out. Sometimes I've gone without eating before. Not all the time. Of course not. I don't want to be here live. But again, there are sometimes I barely ate anything, and still look at me. I'm huge as fuck. Oops, I said a swear word for the first time today. But it's like, yeah. Oh yeah. This is ridiculous. I don't know what else to say at this point. Again, shame, it's bad. Again, I wish you got to make it aware. As I said, everybody doesn't have a car or the means of transportation to get to anywhere. They probably have the money to take care of the pets, which I do. That's why I still have my pets. I have the means to take care of them, besides vet care wise. The money I do have to take care of vet care. Again, getting to the vet is a different story. I don't have the means to get into a vet. The vet, that's the problem. That's the biggest issue. Unless it's local in Jackson. I have transportation in Jackson all day long. If I want to go somewhere, I can go somewhere in Jackson. I got a bus. I got a friend who will take me locally, not a long trip, locally in Jackson. Other than that, I won't go anywhere else. It's like I can't go anywhere else but Jackson. That's why sometimes, if you guys see me at the food pantry with somebody, that's my friend of mine. She'll take me into the food pantry and stuff like that, get food and stuff like that. That's it. Other than that, or something, if I need something immediately, I can get to with her. And it's paying me to get in and out of her car. If anybody's ever see me get it, and a sedan, it's a pain in the ass. I gotta have a van. But other than that, so. As I said, if I had my own car, I would take her. Would have took her to the vet in Ann Arbor. I would have taken her there. No delay. I would have took her there. That's it. I want to make it aware. I've been trying to make it aware to people, but apparently, I know the other problem they frown upon, because what I do is breed and sell kittens. Doesn't help much because a lot of people frown upon that, and I think you should not be breeding and selling cats. Like it's none of your business. Really, be honest. It's none of your business. What do you do at all? Make a little extra cash. And you're just being a Karen. That's all you're doing, is being a fucking Karen. I don't know what to say at that. It's just ridiculous. So, they say in ignorant comments. Very ignorant. Very ignorant. Again, it's like, I normally don't have to deal with this issue all the time. It's once in a while. it does happen. It's a once in a while thing. It's not every time. I have to deal with sick cats or sick kittens. It happens. So. Yeah, which I'm on disability finally. Wasn't trying not to get on disability. I did try to get on disability. I had a lawyer, an attorney, and everything, doing all the process to get the disability. And again, it was denied and denied, denied. That's how it works, the system. That's how you get it. And until you get your last denial of it, and then you get finally approved. They delay it as long as possible. You can't get your Social Security. They want to delay it as possible. Especially all that back pay you usually get. But now they changed that too. That back pay is not like it was anymore. They'll give you about like 6 months back. And that's about it. That's about as far as they go. And now for back pay. Now, they changed how you get your disability now. And so you can't get all that back pay. Again, I would have had more money. An unfortunate thing after I had one time I did gave up, and I shouldn't have gave up. That was a mistake on my part. I would have had more money on my Social Security because I did have jobs and worked and paid into Social Security. So when people saying, oh, well, you're living on, again, I had paid into Social Security myself. I did work, and I was able to get a job before, a long time ago. And I was working. I was a working person. I had a job. But unfortunately, when at one time I gave up getting my disability because I couldn't get work anymore. Nobody would hire me. It's been a while. Is it in Smith? I don't know. You would have to remind me of something particular you did or said. That'd be the only way. It's been a while. It's been that long, so you had to give me some particular... Something that could be a good memory of what you done. Unfortunately, I'm sorry I don't remember you. So, yeah. I apologize. Don't remember everybody. But yeah, I gave up one time for a while until about a year. But unfortunately, I couldn't get that disability from from working. So that got me down to the middle of the crap. That started what they gave me started at $800 something a month. That's what they gave me. Well, actually, it was lesser than that because I had a little bit of income coming in without Social Security. So I was still doing a lot of computer work, businesses, and I was getting quite a bit of pay there still. That dropped ever since I moved out to reading. So unfortunately, yeah, a lot of things were not the same like it was. Oh, okay. Probably. All right. I play with a lot of people on Fortnite. That's kind of still difficult. Okay, that's cool. So, awesome. But yeah, I don't know. All right, now I'm only getting $918 in Social Security. It's all I'm getting, and plus a little bit of money after. Again, I don't want to go overboard on my on income from my other side income because I don't want to cut into my Social Security. If I do, I have to go through again. I got to do a process through all that to just do that. Yeah, they'll cut into my income. They'll cut into my Social Security if I start making more money. So I got to keep that down as much as possible. Not the tumor itself. Well, you could technically say yes. It'd be the weight gain, the mobility issues. That was the biggest problem I was having. And education-wise, another one. Education, which I never graduated from high school. So unfortunately, I fall asleep in class. I was on my senior year. I was in high school when I dropped out, pretty much. And I tried. And again, when I went to go to a certain school up in Plainville, Michigan, for Michigan rehabilitation. That's how they found the tumor in the first place when they went through that program for technical school, and they took me to send me out to doctors and everything else. And so I had trouble keeping awake in class. I kept on falling asleep constantly. They say it was sleep apnea, but some saying it's like excessive sleeping disorder, on that part 2 issues like that. So, never. But mainly a lot of mobility problems, standing on my legs anymore, can't stand anymore. Walking, I can't walk more than a few feet, and I have to sit down. That's why I'm capable of still walking at my weight size. Everybody's surprised I'm able to just walk that much. You know, and people when I have sometimes when they come over, if I have an EMT come over, they ask me, "Where's your walker?" I'm like, "I don't use a walker. I'm capable of going a distance, a little bit, a few feet. Like I can go to the bathroom, walk into the bathroom, outside my door to my friend's car. But again, other than that, that's about it. I have to sit, take a break for about a good half hour or so before I have to start doing anything again. Yeah, so. Yeah, again, and depression. I have depression. Also, I am depressed. The problem is, I didn't really qualify the depression part of it because I'm not suicidal. That's the thing. I got to be more you got to be suicidal to really qualify for depression. I'm like, you can be depressed and not be suicidal. I'm like, ridiculous. The minor, it's like, I had other medical issues going on in this past few months. A few months ago, I had a growth between my legs. Let's put it that way. Big. I talked about the hydrocele issues. I couldn't walk because it was so big. Issue. I couldn't barely walk, move in my room. And I tried to get other help, like a nurse, to come in, and couldn't qualify for it because I'm not as vegetable, apparently. They got so much restrictions on that. I just needed temporary help at the time. I couldn't clean my house. I couldn't do things that I should have been able to do. And it was impossible at that point. And I was like, it was only a temporary issue because it was so small. It swells up and it shrinks down. It swells up and it shrinks down. And they wanted to do, when they had the diagnosis of the hydrocele, they wanted me to do surgery, which I can't do surgery due to my weight issue. That's the reason why. It's like everybody suggests gastric bypass or stuff like that. Yeah, phone call, probably a scammer. Scott's Computer Repair, how can I help you? Banchod! Are you there, Banchod? Hello, Banchod? I thought. Scammer. Yeah, I don't want to answer the phone when I pick up. I know it's a scammer. And the person, whoever calls me, doesn't know what time to turn their headset on. Or whatever. It's not all the time, but some they just don't turn the headset hello back or anything. It's crazy. These stupid scammers are so dumb. Unfortunately, people fall for them. Okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah, the issue I was having down in the hydrocele issue. They wanted me to do surgery. I said, I can't do surgery because of my weight. A lot of people don't understand. You got to be at a certain weight. Because the more heavy you are, the bigger you are, the more anesthesia they have to put you under. That's put you at a very high risk level of dying. I'm not going to risk my life over something that can be taken care of with another procedure, which I found out a while ago. They were able to drain it, which it took a hard time to get the doctors to do that because they wanted to do surgery. There was another procedure they can do, and they refused to do it until I finally say, hey, that's got to be taken care of so I can start able to move around my apartment again. So it was done, finally. But not by the doctors I went to go see it. They put me we had to go to the hospital to radiology and what do they call that other thing? For, they take a little thing, make sound, ultrasound place. And then they do draining also. Okay, good suggestion. I don't want to lie to people. I'm not. I want to be kind. I want to be honest. That's it's one of my upbringing of my life, and that's another problem I have in most of my life. The reason why I want to be honest to people because every time I say something honest and truthful to somebody, they still don't believe it, and that's what it's been like all my life. I always get blamed for something I didn't do, and I tell them the truth, and they still don't believe me. And like right now, still people don't believe me. I take my cats to the vet, or stuff like that. You know. Again, it's none of their business, of course. It's like nobody believes me on things, and it really pisses me off. And I try to be truthful, and I don't try to be dishonest with people. I'm the same thing with my customers when I do computer repair. If something I can't do, I'll tell them straight out, I can't do this. And I won't take the money from them for the job, because I can't fix the problem. I am trying to be honest to everybody I come across. Even my son and my kittens, I try to be honest totally about what's going on with them and what's wrong with them. It's like, right now, if I said anything, it'd be because right now they have upper respiratory infection. Right now, I'm trying to hold off on that and even put them on the market. So for sale, right now they're sick, not extremely sick, except for the one that just passed away. Other than that, they're not that bad. To that point. So, but again, I try to be honest with everybody. I try not to be a dishonest person. So, because all my life, everybody just like it says, I don't believe you. You're lying. I'm not saying I don't lie, but I try to be totally honest as much as I can when it comes to a point. I mean, everybody lies. That's true, you know. And anybody should know, it's hard to remember everybody, especially YouTube playing Fortnite. I play with a lot of people on Fortnite. It's kind of hard to remember everybody I play with, especially when they change their names in Fortnite, or you can change your name in Fortnite to whatever. And yeah, it's kind of hard and difficult. You know, yeah, it's not that easy. It's like when you go, if you work, it's like if you got a good memory. Well, I do have a decent good memory. Grant that, but again, I can't remember everybody. So, I do apologize. You know, I do remember you from the beginning of Money Mike. I do remember you. That's for sure. When I about almost the beginning when I started doing this stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I'm doing whatever I can to do. And people don't believe me. It's like, and they make up lies, they tell lies. I'm talking about lies. They lied to try to get me in trouble, which they say they were selling cats for feline AIDS. Yeah, that was ridiculous. They're making false reports to do whatever they want because they know it's not illegal to breed and sell kittens. Again, I have to know, it's sad, and I do feel bad for this kitten that passed away. But again, I got to get over it. It's going to have to deal with it. It's gone. It's over with. It's like I didn't care. It's not like I didn't care. It's like, again, it's gone, done, over with. It's done. It's happened. You got to move on. It's like when they stole my cats. They were hoping I'd stop breeding. That's why they did it in the first place. Hopefully I didn't breed anymore. And it's like, nope, you didn't deter me. I'm still breeding and selling. You took one of my best breeders when you did steal. But again, I still had a couple of her kittens still with me at the time. And so guess what? I kept that one still. So what was my next breeder? Again, you got to think of this. Next time you decide to try and steal my cats again, I'm not going to stop. It's going to go on to the next cat. Every time. And if you decide to try and do it again, So, yeah, this sucks. I feel bad still, they're gone. But again, I gotta move on. I think about them every year. Yeah, I know. That's the problem I'm having right now. That's why I'm considering stop doing what I'm doing anyway. See, that's like, see, it becomes a problem like that, a market or a health issue of a cat. I'll get her spaded. Like my last one before she got hit by a car, I got her fixed about last year. When I moved here, she got hit by a car here, unfortunately. I got her fixed because she couldn't support a full litter anymore. She half her nipples were gone, so I had to get her fixed. Yeah, she's going to support a full litter. She was having more than what she can support. So, unfortunately, the previous litter bit off a few of her nipples. And it's like, damn. She's like, God, I guess it must be been hungry or something. Fortunately. So I got her fixed. Say, I do have my concerns. When anything comes with a health issue with my cats when they're after being pregnant and having birth, yeah, I will get it taken care of, and it will be dealt with, and it will be stopped. Again, I do care for my cat's well-being and health. I do care for that. So I do have care for that. I will retire from that. So, and hopefully he'll live a healthy life after that. Which, as I said, I've done that with Callie. And again, she couldn't do kittens anymore. It was becoming tougher and tougher for her. So it was time. Yeah, it was definitely time to get her fixed. And she, again, she lived up to almost 18 years. 18 years. So. And you're taking it for, it's like, again, yeah, it's like, wow, it's like you're looking at a cat as a human being. It's like, no, I think like children, yes, but again, you got to think about the other thing. They're an animal. They're an animal. They're not a human being. They're an animal. They're a pet. So you got to take that into consideration. That's why a lot of people that take it further than that, they usually just abandon them. Which I never abandoned my cats ever. I never abandoned one of them. Never. Never abandoned one of my cats whatsoever. I always made sure when I moved, they come with me. Regardless of my living situation. And you saw some crappy places I lived in. You saw those places. I had to resort to that because a lot of times I couldn't take my cats to these nice places. Because I understand where the landlord's coming from. I do understand that completely. And it's not like I don't. It's like, yeah, I don't want. It's like, yeah. If again, I make sure my cats come with me, regardless, and they're well taken care of. That's nice of you. Again, unfortunately, again, it's like with cats. If you put food outside, stray cats, and guess what? They keep coming back to some place again and again and again. That happens too. So, I don't know, man. I've been on your own once before. Ugh, I hate when it pops up. Can't see everything. Over an hour now. Hour and 13 minutes. So, yeah. I'm surprised everybody's been this long. There are a couple people. I think it's about time to get off here. I think I'm enough ranting and raving here at this point. Yeah. Probably more than 10 times. And probably a lot more. So, I'm not planning to move anytime soon. Hopefully not. So, I said it. I'm happy here. Everything's good. So, well, at this point, as I said, most likely somebody's called animal control on me this time, and I guarantee they have and reported me in. I wouldn't doubt that. I already tried reaching out to him this morning and asking him to tell him what was going on. So, I did. And there's our results. Said they don't care of the way. It's like it's more again, it's for Karens to call into animal control. That's all. They're not actually out there to help you. I've learned that they're concerned about my cat's well-being when it came they were taken. It didn't. care. They don't really care. But that's alright. I appreciate it. I'll try to keep you current update with the other 4 kittens and everybody. Because yeah, I'll probably be a couple more weeks before I get on the market for sale. Oh yeah, I know. I know that. But again, it's for the Karens. But I'm not gonna let them in the house. I'll if it came down, I'll show them the kitten if I have to. But I doubt they're gonna show up today if they do. He hasn't. Again, still hasn't texted me back yet. When I texted him this morning, telling him what was going on with the kitten. So I don't know if he hasn't seen the text yet or whatever. So I told him what's going on, and I knew, and she's passed away now. So I don't know how much you can do about it now. Yep, that's about it all. It sucks. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe or dislike. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you dislike it or not. It's still not going to really affect any. It still works with the algorithm just as much, either way. So it helps me people find this video. I appreciate it. So again, go ahead and try to turn me into whatever law enforcement or whatever bullcrap you want to do. Which, as I said, I had took the cat to the vet or online veterinarian. Got a prescription, which it wasn't, had to get it ordered, which hasn't arrived yet. A little late now, unfortunately. But everybody, thanks for watching. You have a good day.